Have you ever wondered why some people seem to create wealth effortlessly, while others work hard all their lives and still struggle to breathe financially? What separates those who play the game of money from those who are unknowingly being played by it? Welcome to Money, Master the Game, 7 Steps to Financial Freedom. A powerful summary of the timeless principles shared by Tony Robbins, now broken down into simple, practical lessons you can apply immediately to transform your financial future. This isn't just another audiobook about money. It's a journey toward freedom, confidence, and control. Because real wealth isn't about having more things. It's about having more choices. It's the peace of mind that comes when you no longer wake up worried about bills or the future. It's knowing that your money is working for you, even while you sleep. Through these 7 key lessons, you'll discover how the world's greatest investors, people like Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, and John Bogle, think and act. You'll learn how to protect yourself from financial traps, grow your money smartly, and build a life that's not only rich in cash, but also rich in meaning. This audiobook simplifies complex financial strategies into easy, actionable steps, designed for everyday people, no matter where you're starting from. Whether you're a student, an employee, a business owner, or someone simply tired of living paycheck to paycheck, this is your roadmap to take control of your financial destiny. So take a deep breath, clear your mind, and open your heart, because this isn't just about mastering money, it's about mastering your life. Let's begin your journey to true financial freedom. And as you listen, remember, the greatest investment you can ever make is the one you make in yourself. Before we dive in, we've noticed that most people who listen to our audiobooks never subscribe to the channel. So do me and yourself a favor. Like this video, share it with someone who's ready to grow, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss more empowering content designed to help you grow. Lesson 1. Make the most important financial decision of your life. There's a moment in every person's life when they must decide, really decide, what their future will look like. Not what they hope for, not what they wish for, but what they are committed to creating. That moment begins with one powerful choice: to become the master of your own financial destiny. Tony Robbins calls it the most important financial decision of your life. And it's not about stocks, crypto, or the next big investment trend. It's about deciding to own your future. It's about shifting from being a consumer to becoming an investor. Most people spend their lives working for money, but very few make money work for them. Think about it. We trade time for paychecks, then trade those paychecks for things that fade: clothes, gadgets, cars, lifestyle upgrades. But those who achieve true financial freedom understand something simple, yet profound. The path to wealth isn't built on what you earn. It's built on what you keep and grow. Saving and investing isn't just a financial habit. It's a mindset shift. It's saying, I value my future more than a temporary comfort today. The truth is, wealth doesn't start with millions. It starts with a single decision: to pay yourself first, even if it's just a small percentage of your income. Because the habit of saving creates discipline, and discipline creates freedom. Imagine 2 friends, Ao and Dami. Ao decides to start saving and investing just 10,000 Nigerian nairas every month at age 25, while Dami keeps putting it off. Ao doesn't stop. He invests consistently for 10 years and then stops at 35. Dami, on the other hand, starts at 35 and keeps investing the same amount until retirement at 65. Guess who ends up wealthier? Ao, the one who started early. That's the power of compounding. It's not about how much you invest. It's about how long your money works for you. Every naira, every dollar, every pound you save is like a little soldier fighting for your future. When you invest wisely, those soldiers go out into the world and bring back more soldiers. Over time, the army grows so large that your money starts producing income even while you sleep. That's financial freedom, the day when you no longer work for money, but money works for you. But here's where many people get it wrong. They think they can wait until they have enough before they start investing. The reality? You'll never feel like you have enough to start. Waiting for the perfect time is like waiting for the ocean to stop moving before you learn to swim. The best time to begin was yesterday. The second best time is today. Making this financial decision also means learning the rules of the game. You don't have to be a financial expert, but you must understand the basics: how interest works, the impact of inflation, and the dangers of bad debt. Because when you don't understand the rules, someone else plays the game for you, and they usually win. Robbins often says that financial freedom isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's available to anyone with the right mindset and strategy. Whether you're earning a little or a lot, the formula is the same. Spend less than you earn, save consistently, invest intelligently, and let time do the heavy lifting. It's easy to think that financial security comes from a higher income, but that's not always true. There are people making millions who live paycheck to paycheck because they spend every penny they earn. And there are people with modest salaries who live comfortably, travel when they want, and retire early, all because they made this one decision early: to invest in their future. So ask yourself, am I living for the moment, or am I building something lasting? Every time you get paid, you're faced with that question. You can spend it all now, or you can plant seeds that will grow into financial independence later. Making the most important financial decision of your life doesn't happen overnight. It's a commitment. It's saying, no matter what happens, I will not leave my financial future to chance. It's taking responsibility, not relying on the government, your employer, or anyone else to secure your future. And here's the beautiful truth. Once you make that decision, everything begins to change. You start noticing opportunities you once overlooked. You start understanding that wealth isn't just money. It's peace of mind. It's freedom to make choices, to help others, to live life on your own terms. Financial mastery begins the moment you stop saying, I can't, and start asking, how can I? How can I save more? How can I invest smarter? How can I create multiple streams of income? Every answer you find brings you one step closer to freedom. So, take a deep breath and say it to yourself, today I decide to invest in my future. Let that be your turning point. Because when you commit, truly commit, to becoming an investor in your own life, you unlock the first door to financial freedom. And once that door opens, the journey begins, not just toward wealth, but toward a life of independence, confidence, and purpose. Lesson 2, become the insider. Know the rules before you get in the game. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to win at the money game while others struggle for years and never quite make it? The truth is simple. They know the rules. Imagine walking into a football field with no idea how the game is played. You don't know what counts as a goal, what earns you a penalty, or even what direction to run. You'd be frustrated, confused, and defeated before the game even starts. Sadly, that's exactly how many people treat money. They work hard, save what they can, but because they never took the time to understand the system, they keep losing. To become financially free, you have to become an insider, someone who knows how the game of money works. You don't need to be a Wall Street expert or a millionaire investor. You just need to understand the basic rules that govern money flow, investing, and financial growth. The rich don't have secret powers. They simply play by a different set of rules. They know what fees to avoid, where to invest, and how to make their money work for them. The first rule of being an insider is this: never play blind. When you don't understand the financial system, you become vulnerable to those who do. There are industries built around your ignorance. Brokers who earn hidden commissions, fund managers who charge you even when they lose your money, and institutions that profit when you don't pay attention. The system rewards awareness. That's why financial education isn't just important, it's survival. Think of investing as driving a car. If you know how to drive, you control your journey. But if you just jump into a car without knowing how the pedals work, you're guaranteed to crash. Becoming an insider means learning what drives the financial vehicle, understanding interest rates, taxes, inflation, and the power of compound growth. When you know how the engine works, you stop fearing the road. One of the lessons Tony Robbins emphasizes is that knowledge equals power, but only when you use it. It's not enough to read financial news or scroll through market updates. You need to understand what those numbers mean for you personally. For example, many people invest in mutual funds without realizing how much they pay in fees. A 2% annual fee might sound small, but over 30 years, it could cost you more than half of your total returns. That's like running a marathon and letting someone else collect your medal at the finish line. An insider always asks questions before investing. What are the real costs behind this opportunity? How much risk am I truly taking? What's the historical performance? Not just the promises. Who benefits the most if I invest here? Me or the institution? When you start thinking like this, you stop being a customer and start being a strategist. You realize that the financial world isn't evil. It's just designed to favor the informed. The same system that traps one person in debt can make another person wealthy, depending on who knows how to play the game. Let's look at a simple example. Two people earn the same salary. One saves their money in a traditional savings account, while the other invests a portion in a low-cost index fund that tracks the overall market. Over time, inflation eats away at the savings of the first person, while the investor's money grows through compound returns. The difference after 20 years could be hundreds of thousands of dollars, all because one person learned the rules and the other didn't. Being an insider also means recognizing patterns and cycles. Markets rise and fall, but insiders understand that downturns are opportunities in disguise. When everyone else is panicking, they're preparing. They know that fear makes people sell low, and patience makes people rich. So instead of reacting emotionally, they plan rationally. The beauty of financial mastery is that it's available to anyone who's willing to learn. You don't need to be born rich or have a fancy degree. You just need curiosity, discipline, and the courage to ask questions. Every great investor started as a beginner. Warren Buffett didn't begin as a billionaire. He began as a student of the game. So start where you are. Learn how different asset classes work: stocks, bonds, real estate, and even cash equivalents. Learn what diversification truly means, not just owning multiple investments, but balancing your risk so one loss doesn't destroy your entire portfolio. Learn about taxes, fees, and the psychology of money, because managing emotions is just as important as managing assets. Becoming an insider is not about greed. It's about freedom. When you understand how money works, you stop being afraid of it. You make choices based on knowledge, not fear. You create a plan that supports your dreams instead of limiting them. That's the power of awareness. It transforms your relationship with money from survival to strategy. Remember, the world of money isn't reserved for the wealthy. It's open to anyone ready to learn its language. The earlier you begin, the more powerful your results. And even if you're starting late, wisdom will always outpace luck. So today, make a decision, not just to work for money, but to understand it. Read, listen, observe, ask questions. Treat financial education as a lifelong skill, because it is. When you become the insider, you stop playing their game and start creating your own. If this lesson inspired you to take control of your financial life, don't keep it to yourself. Someone out there needs this message too. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment below, because every time you do, you help another person learn the rules before they play the game. Lesson 3. Make the game winnable. There's something deeply powerful about clarity. Most people say they want to be rich, but if you ask them how much money that really means, they go silent. The truth is, you can't win a game when you don't even know the score. That's why one of the greatest lessons I took away from this book is this: make the game winnable. This lesson taught me that wealth isn't about chasing an endless number. It's about creating a clear, realistic path that allows you to live your life freely, without fear, without guesswork, and without comparison. So, what does it mean to make the game winnable? It starts with defining what winning means for you. Not for your neighbor, not for society, not for social media. For you. Ask yourself, what does financial freedom really look like? Is it being able to pay your bills without stress? Taking your kids on a vacation once a year? Retiring early? Or having the time and peace to pursue what you love without worrying about a paycheck? For most people, financial freedom isn't about owning a private jet. It's about having enough income to cover their lifestyle, their needs, and their dreams comfortably. The problem is that many of us never sit down to calculate what that number actually is. Tony Robbins calls this the price of your dreams. When you define it, you begin to turn an overwhelming mountain into a series of small, achievable steps. You take control of the game instead of letting it control you. Let's make this practical. Imagine you dream of having $1 million in the bank. Sounds impossible, right? But what if you discover that you only need $50,000 per year to live comfortably, and with the right investments earning just 5% annually, you'd only need about $1 million to generate that income forever? Suddenly, it's not just a dream, it's a plan. Or maybe you don't need $1 million at all. Maybe $500,000 invested wisely could bring you $25,000 a year in passive income. When you start calculating real numbers, your mind begins to shift. You stop saying, "I can't," and start asking, "How can I?" This step is about transforming uncertainty into clarity. It's about realizing that small, consistent actions, like saving a fixed amount each month, automating your investments, or cutting unnecessary expenses, can add up to something truly life-changing. Robbins shares that most people never reach financial freedom, not because it's impossible, but because they never define what it actually looks like. They're running without a finish line. You can't win that kind of race. Making the game winnable also means being honest with yourself. What kind of lifestyle do you want, and what will it take to sustain it? Write it down. Visualize it. Then break it into 3 categories. Financial security. This covers your basic needs: food, housing, transportation, insurance, and essential bills. Financial vitality. This gives you some breathing room: dining out, small luxuries, travel, and saving for the future. Financial freedom. This is where you live life entirely on your terms, with enough passive income to sustain your dream lifestyle. Once you've done that, the path becomes clearer. You can calculate exactly what each level requires and build a plan to reach it step by step. Here's something I learned the hard way. Making the game winnable doesn't mean waiting until you're rich to feel rich. Gratitude is part of the journey. Celebrate every milestone: your first $100 saved, your first investment, your first debt paid off. Each small victory builds momentum. And remember, wealth is not just a number, it's a mindset. When you know the game you're playing, you stop chasing other people's dreams and start building your own. So, make it simple. Know your number. Set your milestones. Automate your progress. Celebrate your growth. That's how you make the game winnable. Because the truth is, financial freedom isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's built by ordinary people who make extraordinary decisions every single day. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. And keep going until you get there. If this message inspired you or helped you see money in a clearer way, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, subscribe for more powerful lessons like this, and leave a comment below on what winning the game means to you. Your journey to financial freedom starts now. Make it winnable. Lesson 4. Make the most important investment decision of your life. When it comes to achieving financial freedom, one decision stands above the rest: how you choose to allocate your money. This decision, more than any other, determines how your financial future unfolds. It's not about how much money you make, but how wisely you direct what you already have. Most people spend their lives chasing higher income, a better job, a promotion, or a side hustle, believing that more money will fix their problems. But here's the truth. Income alone doesn't build wealth. Smart allocation does. Think about it this way. Even if you earn a fortune but fail to direct it wisely, your money will always have a way of disappearing. However, if you understand how to divide your money between growth, safety, and freedom, your wealth will multiply even while you sleep. This is what Tony Robbins calls the most important investment decision of your life: the decision of where to put your money. It's not about predicting the next hot stock or timing the market. It's about creating a balanced strategy that matches your goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. Imagine you have a pie, your financial pie. Each slice represents where your money lives. Some slices are for growth, like stocks and mutual funds that can increase in value over time. Some slices are for security, such as bonds or treasury bills that protect your capital. And some slices are for freedom, the cash you keep available for emergencies, opportunities, or spontaneous joy. The beauty of asset allocation is that it's custom-made for you. There's no one-size-fits-all formula. Your mix depends on where you are in life. If you're younger, You might lean more toward growth investments because you have time to recover from market dips. If you're nearing retirement, you might want more stability and income-producing assets that ensure peace of mind. Think of your money like a garden. You wouldn't plant just one type of seed. If one fails, your whole harvest is gone. You plant different crops so that no matter the season, something will always thrive. That's what proper allocation does. It protects you from uncertainty. Even the greatest investors understand this principle. Legendary figures like Ray Dalio design portfolios that perform well in all economic seasons, whether the market rises, falls, inflates, or stagnates. Robbins referred to this as the all-weather portfolio, a simple, diversified strategy meant to protect and grow wealth regardless of what the economy throws at you. This approach teaches a profound truth. You can't control the market, but you can control your exposure to it. You can't predict tomorrow's economy, but you can prepare for it. And that's what smart investing really means. Not gambling, not guessing, but creating a strategy that wins in the long run. Another powerful lesson here is to keep your emotions in check. Many people lose money not because they made the wrong investments, but because they made emotional decisions, buying when the market is high out of excitement and selling when it drops out of fear. The wealthy understand that the market is a roller coaster, but if you stay seated, you'll enjoy the ride. And let's not forget the role of fees and taxes. Many investors earn good returns but lose a large chunk to hidden fees or unnecessary taxes. Learning to minimize these leaks is part of mastering your allocation. Even a 1% difference in annual returns can add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. In the end, making the most important investment decision of your life is not about being an expert. It's about being intentional. It's about deciding, this is my plan. This is how I'll build wealth. This is how I'll create freedom. Once you make that decision, everything changes. So take the time to learn. Diversify your portfolio. Stay disciplined even when the market sways. Let compounding work for you, not against you. Remember, financial freedom isn't built overnight. It's built over time through wise and consistent choices. Your money is your servant, not your master. Make it work for you every day, every month, every year, until your financial future no longer depends on luck, but on strategy. If this message added value to your journey toward financial mastery, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, subscribe for more life-changing lessons, and drop a comment below on what you're taking away from this chapter. Lesson 5. Create a lifetime income plan. Have you ever wondered what true financial freedom really means? It's not just about having millions in the bank or owning expensive cars. True financial freedom is when your money works for you, even while you sleep. It's when your lifestyle, your peace of mind, and your happiness are no longer tied to your next paycheck. That is what Tony Robbins calls creating a lifetime income plan, a plan that sustains you for the rest of your life, no matter what happens in the economy or in your job. Most people spend their lives chasing money. They work harder, take extra shifts, or start side hustles. But here's the hard truth. If your money isn't working for you, you'll always be working for money. The goal isn't just to accumulate wealth. It's to design a financial system that continuously pays you. That's the essence of building a lifetime income plan. Think of it like planting a tree. In the beginning, you plant the seed. That's your effort, your savings, your discipline. Over time, you water it. That's your consistent investing. Eventually, it grows strong enough to bear fruit year after year. That's your income stream. You don't have to cut down the tree to eat. You just enjoy its fruits while it continues to grow. That's the magic of creating a financial system that never stops giving. Now, let's break it down. A lifetime income plan is built on 3 essential pillars: security, growth, and peace of mind. 1. Security. Protecting what you've earned before you think about growing wealth, you must first protect it. Too many people lose years of savings to bad investments, high fees, or poor financial decisions. A strong income plan starts with stability. This means setting up an emergency fund, having proper insurance, and keeping a portion of your investments in low-risk, income-generating assets. Think of things like bonds, index funds, or dividend-paying stocks. They don't promise wild profits, but they give you stability and consistent returns. Remember, it's not how much you make, but how much you keep that creates long-term wealth. 2. Growth. Making your money work for you. Security alone won't give you freedom. You must also make your money grow faster than inflation. That means investing wisely in assets that appreciate over time, like real estate, stocks, or mutual funds. But the key lesson from Tony Robbins' teachings is diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different asset classes and sectors so that if one goes down, the others can hold you up. The wealthy understand this principle well. They play defense and offense at the same time. Imagine your income sources like streams flowing into a big river. The more streams you have, investments, rental income, royalties, dividends, the stronger your financial river becomes. Even if one stream dries up, the others keep flowing. That's how you ensure a lifetime of income, no matter what happens in the world. 3. Peace of mind. Freedom from financial stress. The ultimate goal of money isn't just comfort, it's peace of mind. A lifetime income plan allows you to wake up every day without the fear of running out of money. It gives you confidence to live life on your terms. That's why this plan includes not just how much money you'll make, but how much you'll spend, how much you'll save, and how you'll give. Because financial freedom isn't about greed, it's about control. Tony Robbins often emphasizes creating a freedom fund, money that generates enough passive income to cover your living expenses. Whether it's $500 a month or $5,000, the goal is the same, to reach the point where your income from investments covers your basic needs. From there, you can expand into your dreams, travel, charity, passion projects, without fear. Here's the mindset shift. Don't think of retirement as an age. Think of it as a level of income independence. You don't have to wait till 60 to be free. You just need to create systems today that pay you tomorrow. For example, imagine you build a portfolio that pays you $2,000 a month from dividends and interest. That's $24,000 a year, money that arrives whether you work or not. Add a small side business or rental property, and your lifetime income starts to feel limitless. That's what Tony calls financial certainty. But let's be real. Building a lifetime income plan takes time and discipline. It means learning to delay gratification, cutting down unnecessary expenses, and investing consistently. Yet, the reward is beyond money. It's the peace of knowing that your future is secure, your family is safe, and your dreams are achievable. Remember, income planning isn't about luck. It's about structure. It's not about predicting the future. It's about preparing for it. So ask yourself today, what would your life look like if money wasn't your master, but your servant? If you could wake up and choose how to spend your day, not because you have to, but because you want to? That's the promise of a lifetime income plan. The ability to live fully, freely, and without fear. Start where you are. Save a percentage of every income you earn. Learn about investing. Automate your savings. Build multiple income streams. And most importantly, stay consistent, because wealth is not built overnight. It's built every day through smart choices and patient action. Let your money grow roots so deep that even if the winds of life blow hard, your foundation remains unshaken. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more life-changing financial wisdom that can guide you toward true freedom. Because the journey to financial independence starts with one simple decision: to take control of your money before it takes control of you. Chapter 6. Invest like the 0.001%. When most people hear about the wealthiest individuals in the world, people like Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, or even the unknown millionaires quietly living next door, they imagine luck, privilege, or some secret formula hidden behind bank vaults. But in truth, what separates them from the average investor is not access to hidden markets or magical investments. It's their mindset, their discipline, and their strategy. They play the same financial game as everyone else, but they play it intelligently. This is what Tony Robbins calls investing like the 0.001%. It doesn't mean you need billions. It means you need to think like those who have built lasting wealth, with patience, structure, and protection against uncertainty. You may not own a hedge fund, but you can still use the same principles the ultra-wealthy use to grow and preserve their fortune. The first key lesson from this idea is diversification, not just across different companies, but across different types of investments. The wealthy don't put all their eggs in one basket. They spread their risk across assets like stocks, bonds, commodities, and even cash. This way, when one area of the economy falls, another might rise to balance it out. Imagine it like building a sturdy table. You wouldn't rely on just one leg. Diversification gives your financial table 4 strong legs, so it stands steady through any storm. One of the greatest minds in investing, Ray Dalio, introduced something called the all-weather portfolio, a simple, strategic mix of investments designed to perform well in any economic condition. Whether inflation rises, the market crashes, or the economy booms, the portfolio stays balanced. The concept behind it is simple. You don't have to predict the future to win the game. You only have to prepare for it. The ultra-wealthy don't waste time trying to guess which stock will skyrocket next year. They prepare for whatever comes. Another major principle the 0.001% live by is risk management. They understand that protecting your money is as important as growing it. The poor chase high returns. The rich protect their downside. Think of it like driving a car. It's not about how fast you go, but how well you avoid crashes. The world's top investors focus on minimizing losses because they know that if you lose 50% of your money, you need a 100% gain just to break even. Here's where many everyday investors go wrong. They let emotion drive their investment decisions. They buy when everyone else is excited and sell when fear takes over. The ultra-wealthy do the opposite. When others panic, they see opportunity. When the crowd is greedy, they become cautious. It's not that they don't feel fear. They've simply trained themselves to act based on strategy, not emotion. Another lesson from a 0.001% is long-term thinking. The wealthy don't get rich overnight. They think in decades, not days. They understand the power of compounding. How small, consistent growth creates massive results over time. It's like planting a tree. You water it, protect it, and let time do its magic. Years later, that little seed has become shade, fruit, and shelter, wealth that serves generations. Most of us underestimate how much we can achieve through steady progress. You don't need to earn millions to invest like the wealthy. You need to start where you are, automate your savings, and build consistency. Imagine investing a small amount each month into a well-balanced portfolio. Over time, it can grow into something far greater than you expect. The ultra-wealthy also know the value of education and mentorship. They seek advice from the best minds. They study the market. They understand fees, taxes, and inflation. They know that ignorance is the most expensive thing in the world. Every dollar you lose because of bad advice, hidden fees, or poor planning is a dollar that could have worked for you. So if you want to invest like the 0.001%, don't chase quick money. Chase financial literacy. Finally, the wealthiest individuals practice something few people talk about, emotional mastery. They stay calm when markets fall, patient when opportunities delay, and grateful when their efforts bear fruit. True wealth isn't just about numbers. It's about peace of mind. It's about knowing that your money is working for you, not the other way around. If there's one thing to take away from this lesson, it's this: you don't need to be rich to start investing like the rich. You only need the right mindset. Start by protecting your downside, diversifying your assets, thinking long-term, and staying consistent. Every great fortune began with a single decision: the decision to stop watching from the sidelines and start playing smart. So, if you truly want to master the game of money, stop chasing luck and start building a strategy that lasts. Because when you invest like the 0.001%, your money stops being a source of stress and becomes a source of freedom. Remember, wealth isn't built overnight. It's built over time with patience, discipline, and wisdom. If this message inspired you, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Your engagement helps others discover these life-changing lessons, and together, we can master the game of financial freedom. Lesson 7. Just do it, enjoy it, and share it. There comes a time when all the planning, reading, and dreaming must meet action. This is that moment. Many people wait for the perfect time to start investing, to save, or to chase financial freedom. But perfection never comes. The truth is, you don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to begin. You've learned about saving, investing, and creating a lifetime income. But the seventh and most powerful lesson in money, master the game, is this. Take action, enjoy the journey, and share your blessings with others. Tony Robbins reminds us that knowledge without action changes nothing. Imagine standing on the edge of a swimming pool with 100 books about swimming under your arm. You may understand how to float, kick, and breathe, but until you jump in, you'll never truly swim. Financial freedom is exactly the same. You can read every investment book, listen to every expert, and attend every seminar. But if you don't take action, you'll remain exactly where you are. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds confidence. When you make your first investment, no matter how small, you send a powerful message to yourself. I'm in control of my financial destiny. Maybe it's putting aside 10% of your income, setting up an automated savings plan, or buying your first low-cost index fund. The key is not the size of the step, but the decision to step forward. Every successful investor started small. What separates the dreamers from the achievers is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It's action. But while you're taking action, remember this. Life is not just about reaching financial freedom. It's about enjoying the process that leads you there. Too many people chase money so hard that they forget to live. They burn out trying to get rich, and by the time they do, they've lost their health, relationships, and joy. The real purpose of financial freedom isn't to hoard wealth. It's to buy time, peace, and experiences that make life meaningful. Enjoy every stage of your journey. Celebrate your small wins. That first emergency fund, your first dividend payment, or the first time your money works for you while you sleep. Each step is proof that you're rewriting your financial story. Wealth isn't built in a day. It's built by consistent, intentional effort. Don't compare your progress to others. Everyone's path is different. Focus on being 1% better every day. And then comes the final and most beautiful part. Share it. True abundance is not what you keep, it's what you give. No matter how much you have, there's always someone who needs a helping hand, a kind word, or an opportunity. Giving isn't just charity. It's a declaration that you already have enough. When you give, you activate one of life's greatest laws. The more you contribute, the more life gives back to you. Think of the most fulfilled people in the world. They're not the ones with the biggest bank accounts, but those who've used their success to lift others. Whether it's mentoring a young person, donating to a cause, or sharing financial wisdom with your community, giving transforms your wealth into legacy. You become a light for others who are still lost in financial darkness. So as you move forward from this audiobook, remember, you already have what it takes. Don't wait for the perfect time. Make this your time. Take that next step. Build that savings. Start that business. Invest that first dollar. Do it scared if you have to, but do it anyway. And while you're doing it, smile. Enjoy every lesson, every setback, every win. Because freedom is not a destination. It's a way of living. And finally, as you grow, share what you've learned. Teach others what you now know. Be the voice that says, if I can do it, so can you. That's the true meaning of mastering the game of money. Not just winning it for yourself, but helping others win too. If this message inspired you or gave you value today, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below and tell us what step you're taking today toward your financial freedom. Let's grow together. One lesson, one action, and one victory at a time. And now, we've come to the end of this powerful journey. 7 lessons that can reshape the way you think about money, success, and freedom. You've learned that wealth isn't a secret reserved for the lucky few. It's a system, a mindset, a set of habits that anyone, yes, anyone, can master with the right knowledge and consistent action. You discovered how the world's most successful investors protect and multiply their wealth. How ordinary people can create extraordinary results just by taking small, smart steps over time, and how true freedom isn't about the amount in your bank account, but the peace of mind and purpose that money can help you build. But remember, the real transformation begins after this audiobook ends. Information alone changes nothing. It's what you do with it that shapes your future. So don't just close this chapter and move on. Make a decision today. Decide to save. Decide to invest. Decide to learn more, grow more, and live with intention. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life evolve. Because the moment you take action, you move from being a spectator in the game of money to becoming a master of it. And mastery isn't about perfection, it's about progress. And as you build your financial freedom, don't forget to enjoy the journey. Celebrate every win, learn from every challenge, and most importantly, share what you've learned. When you help others grow, your own success multiplies. You have the power to change your financial story, not someday, but today. If this audiobook has inspired you or added value to your life, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel so more people can discover these life-changing lessons. And drop a comment below. Tell us which lesson stood out to you the most, or what action you're taking next toward your own financial freedom. Because together, we can create a community of people who don't just dream of wealth, but live it, share it, and use it to make the world a better place. Thank you for listening to Money. Master the Game. 7 Steps to Financial Freedom. Now go out there, take action, enjoy the journey, and share your light with the world. Your future self is already thanking you.